You know this song?
Yeah. Ooh, they both got drunk. Interesting.
Christmas party.
Christmas party? Oh, so have a Christmas party and we'll get drunk. And we got drunk. Feliz Navidad and Happy Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Kwanzaa. And Merry Christmas. And Feliz Navidad.
All right. So this is the Christmas edition of Picks from the Press Box.
Bowl edition.
Bowl edition, right?
Filming on Christmas Day, just let you know.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
We have a lot of bowls to talk about in the pick. A lot of good games, but let's hit last week real quick.
Actually, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm trying to forget it. But
We were 0-1 against Army Navy.
Army-Navy.
And Army actually won this year, and it was the first time since 01.
And we actually both took
Navy.
but neither of us had a very good scouting report on Navy because neither of us knew their quarterback
And
was
plus,
hurt and wasn't going to play.
the week before that, Navy lost to Temple in their championship.
That's right. So it was a close game, but Army earned it and they won. And it's good for them that they finally came back and beat Navy. So let's move on to all these big bowl games. And let's make some Christmas evening picks. What do you think? Are you ready?
Good.
You ready?
Yep.
What's first, big guy?
The Holiday Bowl out in San Diego.
Okay, who's playing?
We got Minnesota and Washington State. And Washington State's favored by 10.
Yeah, and Minnesota's had a few distractions over the last couple of weeks, haven't they?
They've had a Boy Scout.
Boycott.
Boycott.
Close.
What do I know?
Good try there. All right, so who you picking?
I'll go with the Cougars.
All right.
I think they're the better team mentally, but I think the spread is a good spread. I think they'll win like 7-10.
Oh, I think there'll be more points than that, but I think Washington State will win as well. There's probably too many distractions for Minnesota, although they do have a good defense, so it'll be interesting to see how their coaches can help the players regroup under some very unique circumstances. All right?
All right.
What's next?
Russell Athletic Bowl,
Oh,
West Virginia, Miami, and let me say it, Orlando.
Orlando, okay. So almost a home game for the Florida team. Who you taking?
Miami, sort of. I'll go with West Virginia. I think Miami's favored by 2.5. I don't think that's right. West Virginia, they had a bad end of their season, but I think it will go out good. But Miami, on the other hand, they had a good end of their season, but I think it will end bad.
Okay, I'm going to take Miami just because.
That's my only upset.
Just because little 12.
Oh.
All right, I'll take Miami. Now we're going back to Texas and the Alamo Bowl, right?
Yes, San Antonio, where Texas won their freedom from Mexico.
All right.
Okay, which most teams are Oklahoma. The little 12 school that lost in their championship, and the Pac-12 school that lost them.
So Oklahoma State and Colorado.
Yes.
Colorado didn't look too good with their quarterback situation
No.
after their first stringer got hurt. Do you know if he's going to play this week?
I mean, he played the second half of the Washington-Colorado game.
So who are you going to take?
I got Colorado in a close one.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to take Colorado in a close one too, just because I don't like the little 12, because they still don't know how to play defense.
They don't.
And even though they've got some, Colorado has some offensive problems, their defense, I think, is still
Yes. What wins football games?
defense, brother, defense.
Right. And I think the defense, Colorado's defense is better, and it's going to be Oklahoma State's offense and Colorado's defense.
Okay, let's go on.
We're going out to the Orlando again in the Citrus Bowl.
In the Citrus Bowl, LSU playing Louisville, and that could be a very interesting game.
Yes, it will.
You know, LSU's got some
LSU is favored by 3.
new coaches, or at least new promotions to coach.
What's their record? They're
7-4.
7-4.
Okay, so you're gonna take who? You gonna take LSU? Your favorite SEC?
No, it's my word. I'll
Or
go
Louisville?
with LSU. I think, well, on this, I just have to go with the spread because it's going to be a really close game. But I think it's this time Louisville's offense versus LSU's defense.
Okay, I'll just try to be different. I'm gonna take Louisville.
Interesting.
LSU's big running back's not gonna play,
Fournette, no, he's
so-
going to get ready for the draft.
so I'll take Louisville and their flashy quarterback. That's what we can do.
All right, now we're going to New Year's Six Bowl, and first one we have is out in Miami with the Orange Bowl, Michigan and Florida State.
Michigan's one of your favorite teams.
And Michigan's favored by 10.
Wow,
10. 10.
that's
10, 10, 10.
a lot of points.
Yes, it is,
That means-
sister.
They don't really believe in Florida State, do they?
No.
I know who you're picking.
Who?
That navy blue team.
The school up north? Yes, I am. They have a better defense than Florida State in what one's game.
Defense.
So I'm going with Michigan.
I'm gonna take Michigan too, in spite of their crackpot coach.
I
So
think it's going to be a closer game than 10 points.
I do too, but I'll take Michigan too.
All right. Next up is out in Atlanta. It's the Peach Bowl, and it's one of the semifinals.
All right, and that's who.
Alabama and Washington.
And Alabama's favored by.
15.
That's huge.
In the playoffs.
So it's almost a home game for Alabama.
Yeah. Why do they always have to give credit to the first team? It's stupid.
So a home game, the crowds will be heavily favoring Alabama. I don't see how Washington can win, so I'll take Alabama.
Yeah, I'm going with Alabama, just closer.
You think it's closer
Just
than 15?
gonna be closer.
I think it'll be more than 15, so we'll see.
Well, it doesn't matter. They're just gonna win the playoff again.
Oh, well, we'll
I
talk
wish
about that
they
another
would.
time. But all right, now the next one's a real fun game to talk about.
Yes, this one's out in Phoenix, the Fiesta Bowl, which is Ohio State and Clemson, and it's one of the semifinals.
Yeah. So, have you been thinking hard about this game?
Yes, it's gonna be really close. Ohio State's favored by 3.5.
Okay, do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
I am going to take Clemson. And the reason I'm going to take Clemson is Ohio State's offense has been inconsistent. They haven't demonstrated that they can throw the ball consistently. They need to throw the ball to open up the running game. Their offensive line is not as good as it's been the last 2 years. They've got problems at left tackle, and Clemson's got a pretty good defense and a decent, well-balanced offense. So I just see Clemson having the advantage in several areas, in spite of having one of the dirtiest players in the ACC, number 10 linebacker for Clemson. And mark my word, you watch him and he'll be doing a lot of things in the pile, like he did against Notre Dame, that are
Last year,
unacceptable.
like
But
last year,
I think Clemson will win a close one.
they didn't play Notre Dame this year.
Who do you pick?
Last year,
Last. Who do you
yes,
pick?
thank you. I'm going with Ohio State. What wins games?
Defense.
And who has the better defense?
I think Ohio State does have the better.
Yes. Here's why. You're right about the offense. But what if they can score a little defensive point? They're deep since the Michigan game, their last game, that the defense was unstoppable. I mean, there was a pick six and in overtime they played awesome.
They did.
And I was there. So you can ask me all about it. I'm going with Ohio State because they have the better defense. Not by a lot in a short one, but I still think Ohio State has the better defense.
Okay. So they need to have at least one defensive touchdown
Yes.
to win. Huh?
Pick six or a fumble return for a touchdown.
Okay, I hope that happens, but we'll see. That's a good pick. That's good analysis. That's a well done research. Okay.
All right, here in Dallas, we got the Cotton Bowl, the Goodyear Classic, and it is PJ Fleck and his Row the Boat team.
An
with
undefeated Western
under-
Michigan.
An undefeated Western Michigan team against 10-3 balanced Wisconsin team.
That's right. So,
So,
a big school, big conference against an undefeated smaller school,
Yes.
smaller conference.
I just think this. I haven't seen Western Michigan that much, have you?
No, just a few highlights. So, which one do you think will win?
Wisconsin.
You're going for the big school again.
Wisconsin. What? How do I? Wisconsin. I think they're gonna get more support, help. Western Michigan, they're okay, but they haven't played anybody like Wisconsin that they need to play. So once they play Wisconsin, I think they'll be better. I mean, they'll understand what it's like playing.
Okay.
Um,
So you don't think they played a team as good as Wisconsin yet?
no, not yet,
Okay.
no. And
Well-
that's why I'm going with Wisconsin.
I agree. I think Wisconsin's defense will be pretty smothering, and their
Yeah.
offense is good enough. So I think Wisconsin will beat them, but it could be closer than
I've heard
what you think.
that Western Michigan's special teams is pretty good.
No, I imagine they are if they're 13-0. All right, now we're going to go to the big
Rose Bowl in LA.
That's right. One of the most beautiful bowl games of the whole season. And two good teams playing.
It's the granddaddy of them all.
This will be a really interesting game.
Yes, I thought it would be Colorado, but instead they're going to Alamo, and I thought it would be USC.
Okay, so USC against Penn State.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people thought Penn State should have been in the Final
No,
Four.
no, they shouldn't.
So
I agree with the Final Four teams.
USC started playing pretty well at the end of the season.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a really good and interesting matchup.
They beat the number 4 school in the country.
So who you picking, Bubba?
Oh, I am gonna go with Penn State.
Oh!
Penn State.
You think?
I think they're gonna end this off well. I don't think USC should really deserve. Well, I guess they should be, but they were on a slight run with Colorado.
Yeah. So.
And I think Penn State's a better team mentally. They have a great defense, pretty good special teams. And their offense could improve, but what wins games?
Defense.
And their offense is okay. They could score a couple touchdowns, but I think USC is now, I think they're the team to beat because they beat the number 4 school. I didn't realize it. I think they're the team to beat.
Okay.
So I'm going with Penn State.
All right. Well, this is going to be a real interesting, and I think it's going to be close.
Yes,
And
it will be.
It could be exciting. I'm going to take the University of Spoiled Children
Oh, boy.
in an upset. What do you think?
Well, it's not an upset yet. The spread hasn't came out.
All right. So the last one on our list is another SEC versus Little 12.
And it's in New Orleans, so that might give you a guess. It's the Sugar Bowl.
And it's Auburn against
Well,
Oklahoma.
I'm eating some imaginary sugar.
Okay, imaginary sugar. All right.
Auburn versus Oklahoma, yes.
Okay, so we're going to have the cheater school against Oklahoma and the SEC against the big Little 12. And Oklahoma's had some difficulty playing defense, just like the rest.
You hate both of the conferences.
I don't have much respect for both of them. So, who you picking? Last one.
Oh, I will go with OU and Bob Stoops.
Okay.
I think they have a better offense, but Auburn's defense is okay. But Auburn's offense, they don't have enough power to get through Oklahoma in their offense. So I think it will be kind of a mid-scoring game. Not a high, not a low, but a mid. So
Well,
I'm going with OU.
I'm going to take OU as well, and I hope that Oklahoma has continued to improve since the disastrous game against Ohio State that I attended and
Yes.
saw in person where they got destroyed, but they've been playing better. And just as a guess, I'll take OU for fun. And that wraps it up for the bowl picks on this Christmas Day. So, everyone, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. And I hope your bowl teams, your favorite teams, all win. Right, Ben?
Yes.
Right, big guy?
Win. And a happy new year.
Yes.
And watch. Although Christmas is over.
Watch all these bowl games and have a good time and be safe over the next week and New Year's holiday. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, producer. Bye, Nana.